So good. That makes me feel better. Just over 5, I'm not out of it, but Timmy's got a real good head start. Hey guys, I'm Matt Langford and we're about to embark on the journey to Lake Cania for the ABT Bass Queensland Open. It was meant to be the Australian Open this weekend, but because of COVID, we've had a little bit of a change in plan. So the New South Wales boys are fishing the New South Wales Open this weekend. The Queenslanders are fishing the Queensland Open this weekend at Lake Cania. So we've packed up my family, rigged the Hilux, loaded it up and ready to tow the boat to Cania. I think a really important part of any road trip is just making sure that your preventative maintenance is done on your vehicle. You know, you've got especially the right towing capacity in your vehicle. You don't want to be towing a 2-ton boat with a vehicle that can't handle it. So that's why the Hilux is really special. You know, whether it's towing your boat or towing a caravan. Checking your wheel bearings. I just repacked the wheel bearings the other day. You know, making sure the tyres are inflated. Just little things like that just make a huge difference to make your journey just that little bit calmer and a bit sweeter. What goes through my head when I'm heading to a tournament? Yeah. Pretty simple really, it's just hoping that the groundwork that you've done previous helps, but also knowing that you know what you need to do. You just got to execute your plan and just keep yourself catching fish. I'm excited for this trip. It's this tournament, you know, it's a big cash payout if you do well, and I know I've got a couple of areas that I can catch 5 really quickly, but being a tournament, you don't know how many other guys have found the same stuff, so I know that I can catch them regardless, but it's all about making smart decisions and utilising the time you got to be more productive. So plain and simple, every tournament I fish, I go to win. You want to be in your best mind frame, confident and knowing that you have the ability to beat everyone else there. You know, the guys we're fishing against, they're not dills. They're going to catch them, and it doesn't matter whether it's a hard dam or an easy dam or whether they're biting or they're not. Someone always catches them, so you have to make sure that you're at the top of your game and catching them as well. So consistency is a big thing. I just always try to put myself in a position where I can win from wherever I'm from. Here we are, Cania Dam. Right, good time of day for it actually too. You get to really see the Cania Gorge in the background, but this is where it's all going to happen over the weekend. We've got Prefish tomorrow, got 2 comp days, Saturday, Sunday, and we're all pretty well rigged and ready. We've got all the rods sorted out. We're going to go out fishing tomorrow and I don't want to pepper areas that I think are holding fish. I'm going to more sound over where I want to be fishing just to make sure that they're still there. But yeah, excited to be here. It's a beautiful part of the world, North Burnett. Yeah,
Couldn't be situated any better. We're right on the edge of the dam too for the weekend, so the boat ramp is literally 100 metres that way, and we're excited to get out in the water. So ABT, Queensland Bass Australian Open, we're here, we're ready. Prefish tomorrow. Keen as to go out and see what we can find.
Yeah, good. That boat just went straight over there. They know what's going on. I think I was just going to go and idle through there, have a look, and then head up into the trees and have a look at another couple of spots, and then just go fishing. My pre-fish hopefully should take about 15-20 minutes, hopefully. All goes to plan. Cat weasel. It's one thing about tournament fishing too, you got to know the habits of some other anglers, so you know, you got to know. Yeah. You know, sometimes you've got to know your competition as well, like you know their strengths and their weaknesses. You almost know who's going to do good and who's going to find what. This will be an interesting weekend. Prefish day. Cania. We're just going to go and snoop around a little bit, just see what we can find, but really just wanting to see if the fish are still where I left them a few weeks ago when I come up here for a couple of days, but I'm excited just to find out what's happening, if they're still there, if we can find anything new or expand on it, just so we can be competitive. Prefish day one. This will be spot 2, where I'm going to have a quick look now. Basically, there's a big point that the bass are sitting on, and they're corralling bonies right up into this gully, and they'll push the bonies right up the back, and they'll feed on them right through, and then you can go through and fish the whole little gully, and then by the time you come back out, the fish have repositioned back on the point again. So I'm just going to sneak in there now while there's no one here and just have a quick look. There's the bonies. Bonies are still there. Bait's still there. It's a ton of bait. Just going to have a cast. I'm not seeing tons, I'm not seeing a lot of fish, which is funny. So that might have moved a little bit. See, 2 weeks ago, they were here pretty early, so I'm glad I dropped in here because they're not as thick as I thought they'd be. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna have a little move. There's a bite. Oh, he's still on it. First cast. Just fed it back to him a little bit there. There he is. He's still pecking at it. Oh, he come off it. I just saw him on the live scope come off it. There's a big ball of bonies coming through here at the moment on the live scope, and there's 2 fish underneath it. We've got one to come out of the school.
One underneath the school of bronies. Probably just one more cast and we'll go again. They're a funny old fish. You'd think they'd be right in amongst all that activity on the other side, but they'll probably move across there later on when that sun's up. There he is. Oh. So that's 2 bites in 2 casts with no hookups. It's probably enough to tell you it should be going. Things have changed a bit. Last time I come up here there was a bit more water for them to settle into, but now there's not a whole lot. So we're literally an hour into our pre-fish and we've had 2 little taps. Enough to tell you there's fish. Just come and check some trees up here that I know will probably get peppered a bit tomorrow, and there's not a whole lot happening really, so not too concerned. Everything's how it should be. The fish are just a little bit displaced to where I thought they would be at this stage, but it's only early, it's like an hour in. Doesn't mean a whole lot. So what I'm basically trying to do now is I'm trying to rule out shallow. So in my pre-fish a few weeks ago, I did the exact same thing, but what fish, especially bass, what they can do is they can change on a dime. They can go shallow or they can go deep, but these have been pretty consistent, the water temps have been consistent, but I still need to rule out that shallow bite because I know you can catch big fish up shallow when they're up there, and if I miss that, then I miss those big fish. You know, you're shooting yourself in the foot because you'd be kicking yourself if you didn't fish it and just fish preemptive ideas of what they should be doing. There's a stick. Ran clean over the top of it too. Just grabbed it twice. It can't be 3 times, surely. Like, just tonk. Started swimming with it twice. Missed it. A little bit slow today. How do you miss a fish twice? There it is. That's what I'm talking about. If he was fat, he'd be 1.5, 1.6, but he's just over a kilo. So that's good to know because same deal, when I come up 2 weeks ago, you can get good ones off the edge, but they're like big resonant fellas, but then there's no body to them. So he would have been probably 1.5 kilos when he was, you know, a couple months ago. He would have been, you know, rode up and fat, but once they get rid of their eggs, yeah, backing up what I need to know anyway. Good eye. That goddamn Mick Johnson. You got some hard fish in my bank, boy. Catching any? That's my tree. Get off my tree, boy. What you doing on my tree? Rock shrimp. Gotta be like one of them rock. So if I'm I've noticed a trend with these rock walls too. You're more likely to catch them closer to the points. So in the next 50 metres, I should get a bite at least. Hey Mick. You're a good singer, eh?
Hi?
You're a real good singer.
Real good singer?
Yeah.
No, you just worked it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to play your song.
He's not really. He's a terrible singer. You're going to play me a song? And Black Betty. See the riffraff we got to hang around with? Just trying to have a fish. And this bloke rocks up with his friggin' rock and roll music. And now he's going to fish in my spot. The height of him. He's a nit. Oh. It's going down a big rock face there at the moment. There he is. It's like that dropping water levels just done something to them. Interesting. We gotta adapt. It's a heap of big gar. I'm gonna tie on a baby bass here shortly. Go over that other side and do a run. Look out, birds. I need something deep. From what I saw a few weeks ago, that's where the big ones are, you know, like I don't think the big ones are up shallow, you know, like the ones that I've caught up shallow today and a couple of weeks ago, you know, like you can catch a kilo fish off an edge, but you know, I know you can get 1.2s and 1.5s out deep. That's the ones that are going to do it for you. I still, you know, I'm trying to get a couple more bites off the edge to really tell me there is a big one or two up here, but I just haven't seen the size. But maybe it's just fishing hard everywhere, so. It takes 1.2 and it's like, righto, done. The scary thing, that's the scary thing, like you just don't want to fall under false pretenses. Rattle. Hey? Don't know what to think at the moment. Prefish has been challenging actually. It's you know, there's options there to catch them, but geez, at the moment you've got to weigh up which one you go with. See, the two things I'm thinking about, one is running up to the trees and fishing those trees that I know that have fish in there. Although we didn't catch any this morning, I know that they're in there. Or, you know, where I wanted them to be, they're not there, but there's fish on the other side. You know, I got bites on that other side, so that's probably more what I'm leaning to, starting on the opposite side of where I wanted to be. But you know, you got to take a risk. You got to make the right choices, and that's sometimes the hardest thing in tournament fishing. You got to make smart decisions. So, got plenty of time to weigh it up at least. We're all finished for the day for Prefish. It's good to get off the water and have a beer and spend a bit of time with family. It's always nice. But got a couple of decisions I've got to make for tomorrow, but I'm pretty confident. I've got a game plan in mind of what I'm going to do. I just got to stick by it and go with my gut is the big thing. The pre-fish was totally different to my pre-practice a couple of weeks ago, so that was the hardest thing to get my head around. You know, some situations it's good to go and have a pre-practice, but other times it's not. And today was one of those times the fish have definitely changed. We've got a dropping water level, weather's a bit hotter, so yeah, we're going to adjust to it. We adjusted fairly well today, but I think we can expand on a little bit more, so we'll do that tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about it. I know we can catch our fish, we've just got to be smart about how we play it. So for now, we're going to have a couple more beers and chill out and have some dinner with the family and get ready for game day tomorrow.